Chapter 20. Solomon, where were you yesterday? Sara whined as she encountered Solomon on his post. I needed you to help me hook to the forkhead so that I could help Aunt Zoe feel better. Do you understand why you were having trouble hooking up, Sara? No, Solomon. Why couldn't I hook up? I really wanted to. Why? I really wanted to help Aunt Zoe. She is so old and confused. Her life just can't be much fun. And so you wanted to hook to the floor to shower Aunt Zoe to fix what is wrong with her so that she can be happy? Yes, Solomon. Will you help me? Well, Sara, I would like to help you, but I'm afraid that it's not possible. Why not, Solomon? What do you mean? She's really the nicest old lady. You'd like her, I think. I'm sure. She has never done anything wrong. Sara, I'm sure you're right. Aunt Zoe is a wonderful woman. The reason we can't help her under these circumstances has nothing to do with her. It's you, Sara. Me? What did I do, Solomon? I was just trying to help her. Yes, indeed, Sara. That is what you're wanting. It's just that you're going about it in a way that cannot work. Remember, Sara, your work is to connect to the forkhead. I know that, Solomon. That's why I needed you to help me hook up. But you see, Sara, I can't help you either. You have to find that feeding place. Solomon, I don't get it. Remember, Sara, you cannot be part of the chain of pain and hook to the forkhead of well-being at the same time. It's one or the other. When you're observing an unwanted condition that causes you to feel bad, that bad feeling is how you know you're unhooked. And when you're not connected to the natural flow of well-being, you have nothing to give to another. Good grief, Solomon. It seems impossible. If I see someone who needs help, just seeing them needing help makes me vibrate in a way that I can't help them. That's just awful. How can I ever help anybody? You have to remember that the most important thing is to stay connected to the forkhead of well-being. So you must hold your thoughts in a position that keeps your feelings good. In other words, Sara, you have to be more aware of your connection to the forkhead of well-being than you are aware of the conditions. That's the key. Sara, think back about what happened yesterday. Tell me what happened with Aunt Zoe. Okay, I was walking home from school and I saw Aunt Zoe hobbling up her front sidle. She's so crippled, Solomon. She can hardly walk at all. She had this old cane that made out of real old wood that she used to hold herself up. And then, what happened? Well, nothing really happened. I was just thinking how sad it is that she is so crippled. And then what happened? Well, nothing happened, Solomon. How are you feeling about it then, Sara? Well, Solomon, I felt real bad. I felt really sorry for Aunt Zoe. She could hardly pull herself up the steps. And then I felt scared that I might be like when I get old too. Now that is the most important point in this whole thing, Sara. When you notice that you're feeling bad, that's how you know that you're looking at a condition that disconnects you from the forkhead. You see, Sara, in truth, you're naturally hooked to the forkhead. You don't have to work to get hooked to it, but it's important to pay attention to how you're feeling so you know when you're unhooked. That's what negative motion is. But what should I have done to stay hooked up, Solomon? I have noticed, Sara, that when it's your top priority to stay hooked, you find more and more thoughts that keep you hooked up. But until you truly understand that is what is most important, most of you will go off all kinds of wild goose chases. I will offer you a series of thoughts or statements, and as you hear them, pay attention to the way you feel. Does the statement hook you up to the forehead or disconnect you from it? Okay, look at the poor old woman. She can barely walk. Well, that feels bad, Solomon. I just don't know what will happen to Aunt Zoe. She can barely get up the stairs now. What will she do when she gets worse? That unhooks me, Solomon. That's easy. I wonder where the rotten children are. Why don't they come here and take care of her? I've wondered that, Solomon. And you're right. That unhooks me, too. Aunt Zoe is a strong old woman. I think she likes her independence. That thought feels better. Even if somebody did try to take care of her, she probably wouldn't like that. Yes, that thought feels better too. And that's probably true, Solomon. She gets mad at me when I try to do things for her. Sarah remembered how annoyed Aunt Zoe became when Sarah impatiently tried to finish her sentences. This wonderful old lady has lived a long, full life. I have no way of knowing that she is unhappy. That feels good. She may very well be living exactly as she wants to live. That feels good too. I bet she has lots of great stories to tell about things she has seen. I'll stop and visit with her every now and again to find out. That feels very good, Solomon. I think Aunt Zoe would like that. You see, Sarah, you can look at the same subject, in this case, the subject of Aunt Zoe, and find many different conditions to focus upon. And you can tell by the way you feel whether you're choosing a condition that is helpful or one that is not. Sarah felt so much better. I think I'm beginning to understand this, Solomon. Yes, Sarah, I believe you are. Now that you're consciously wanting to understand this, it's my expectation that you will have many opportunities to figure it out. Have fun with this, Sarah.